Hey guys, it's Mario from WATL, and today we're going to talk to the 2021 US Open Duels Champion, Vin Crescenzo. Vin is left-handed, so he puts his front foot flat, the back foot slightly raised, and he's aiming with his shoulder towards the target. He has a very loose and light pinch grip, which he'll show you.
Pretty much, I line up at 12 feet like everyone else does. I'm left-handed, so my left shoulder is kind of in line with the bullseye. My front foot's flat, my back foot kind of comes off a little bit. My weight is definitely more leaning forward, which I think sometimes helps, sometimes doesn't. I've kind of felt like that hinders me in one way or another. Been wanting to try out like a little bit of a longer handle. It's very loose grip. It's more very spread out. The pointer and thumb are the pivot point. The middle finger and ring do the actual throw.
Because of his height, he doesn't change his throw or his aim, whether he's going for a kill shot or a bullseye. He keeps it exactly the same. For those who don't know or have never met Vin personally, he's a very tall and he's a very big guy.
I line them up at pretty much the same height. I don't have like a bullseye height. I don't really have a kill shot height. I'm 6'4", so the kill shots are pretty much at my eye level. Bulls are a little bit lower. I just kind of line up like I do with every other shot, except for kill shots. I move a little farther to the left, so my chest is center with the bull. For bulls, my shoulder lines up with the bull. For kill shots, my shoulder lines up with the kill shot. So I just move over just a little bit, just enough to make it a little bit of a difference.
What was interesting that Vin mentioned and brought up was that he was another child of Quaddle, because the Quarantine Axe Throwing League made him build the target in his backyard. It allowed him to actually practice more.
Quaddle gave me the chance to kind of like play with different axes without really like having to worry where my standings are, like on like league nights or whatever. So I was just like playing around with stuff. And I think one day I had this like short handle. I was like, let's see what happens. And I threw like really well with it. So I was like, all right, let me build one strictly for Waddle. I bought this like Plum National not too long before, and I put like a 14-inch handle on it. It was the global team throwdown. We had to play Massachusetts. Philly played Massachusetts. And I had to throw seeding throws with Shane Shep. And I was like, yeah, I literally just oiled this axe 10 minutes ago. So I have very low expectations for this. For seeding, you had to throw 2 matches. And I threw a 62 and a 64 first time out with it. So I was like, yeah, I guess I'll keep this and throw it for the rest of the year. I've been throwing the same axe for a year and a half. But yeah, I'm 6'4". I throw a 14-inch handle, which is very uncommon for Waddle because everyone's throwing like these like 16 to like 18-inch handles. Yeah, I definitely have like a very dart-esque throw.
Every time I've seen Vin compete in a tournament, cool as a cucumber, you would never think anything of it. And so I asked Vin, how is it that you're able to stay so cool and so calm? And this is what I love about Vin, is that he was so completely honest. Watch what he says.
I'm a head case. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't deal with nerves very well. You can ask Ash. During tournaments, I might seem like calm, cool, collected. Up here, I am everywhere. Oh, I'm going 1,000 miles an hour. Between matches, I'm usually pretty good with kind of managing it, which is why I seem like very calm. But like once either A, find out who I'm throwing against, it gets messy, or B, the time comes and I'm like, all right, now I have to throw against this person. Take a couple deep breaths, like practice throw, like I'll do my practice throw. You can't go back, so throw as well as you can. And so if you win, you win. If you don't, it's okay.
What was most surprising about Vin is that he doesn't require much practice. He actually doesn't practice much at all. He uses his leagues solely as practice. But he does admit that in the most recent tournament he attended, that he didn't do so well, and maybe some practice is needed.
Usually league nights lead into a tournament weekend depending on the date of the tournament and the season schedule. I do my league on Wednesday nights, so that kind of gives a good day or two prior to leaving for the tournament. Pre-Ironside, we're in a gap between seasons, so I think I threw for like an hour and a half just to kind of like get the muscles going again. Did probably 45 minutes of hatchet, 45 minutes of big axe. I didn't do very well, so that might be a reason because I didn't practice.
When we asked Vin about duels, he confirmed everything that David Sycon mentioned.
Dave already told you. I'm sure he told you, but we don't really practice duels. I think the most we'll do is like pre-tournament, we'll throw like maybe, including the 5 practice throws, maybe 15. Just be like, all right, just get the timing back and all that stuff. I know he said the strategy, like he'll have like the left side of the 5. He'll give me basically all of the bullseye and the 5 on the right and just try and get like 11s kind of every time. And like if Dave just happens to like sneak in at that bullseye and we get 12s, like it's a bonus. We only probably throw duels like maybe 3 tournaments out of the year. Even though I travel to a bunch, Dave doesn't travel a whole lot just because of work and all that. I just have a very understanding job. They're very supportive. Keep it simple. You don't have to really look into it that much because it's axe throwing and it's fun, and duels is fun.
I asked Vin what are the 2 key takeaways you want to leave with people. 1, make sure you're out there and you're just having fun. After all, it is a fun sport. 2, don't think about your next throw until you're finished that first throw. Make sure you finish your first throw, get that one over with, retrieve your axe, then think about what you're going to do next.
We got into this sport to have fun, and even if we get to the certain point where it's like competition, business, like you have to kind of remember that we do this for fun. You can't take it too seriously. Like you can take it seriously once you take it to a certain point of like you get annoyed that you're losing or you're not throwing well. You need to kind of like take a step back, realize that like we're doing this for fun. When it comes to throwing, 1 throw at a time, don't really think about the next throw until you throw your current throw. That's really main advice I give to myself, but sometimes I forget to. It's tricky sometimes.
Again, thanks everyone for tuning in and listening to tips from Vin Crescenzo, 2021 US Open duels champion and one of the top throwers in the world. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We're going to be dropping new products, we're going to be dropping promotions, giveaways, and new updates and new tournaments that are coming out this year. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you very much, and we'll talk soon.